Hi, my beautiful friends. It is a Monday, public holiday today. So then again, my family's all asleep. Brock got home. It's his birthday today. He got home at, 3 o'clock this morning or something. So I'm down by the water again. I've been filming a lot of episodes down here lately because I can get peace down here and quiet down here and I'm not interrupting anybody. However, it might be a little bit busy on the water today. It's a gorgeous day, being a long weekend. I've just had a beautiful day yesterday with my team. I took them all to Breathe Recovery Center at Arundel. It's amazing, it's like a bathhouse. We've spent the day there, well, quite a few hours, half a day there, in the pools, in the steam room, in the sauna, having a beautiful, nourishing lunch, catching up with beautiful people. I love these girls so much, and we wouldn't be the Earthy Angels studio without all of my amazing teachers. I'm very, very blessed to have such an incredible team who I know you guys all love and adore. So I really needed that yesterday after what I'm going to share with you today. It was a really nice, healing, nourishing experience. I'm going to get straight into it in this episode. I had a massive fight with my husband the other night. I can laugh about it now, but it's always shitty at the time, isn't it? I'm human, you're human. We all have these moments where we lose it, where we have all of these amazing spiritual tools and rituals or practices or books we've read or podcasts or therapy we've done or whatever we've done. But then in the heat of the moment, you react and you sometimes say things that you maybe regret or that you wish you could take back or that are just raw and just need to come up. Or you might hear some things, you might be on the other end and you might be receiving some things by this person that you've had an argument with that leaves you feeling hurt, upset, angry, maybe betrayed, maybe frustrated, maybe what was coming up for me was, why is this happening again? You know how sometimes you can feel and look, this can be a fight with a partner, a friend, a child, a parent, anyone in your life, okay? I'm just going to share from experience of having a fight with my husband. Trust me, I have many fights with my kids and other people as well, because we're human, we react and you need to feel emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. It's energy moving through you. So you need to feel this emotion. So it's okay. We don't live this spiritual perfect life where nothing ever bothers us again, or we don't have frustrations or fears or doubts or anxiety or stress or worry or hurt or pain or suffering. We're going to feel this our whole entire life. But what I want to do today is help you see it from another light, help you grow from it, and help you look at an argument from a different perspective. They're never pleasant, girls. They're never pleasant. They're always uncomfortable. And, you can feel sometimes the people that are closest to you are the ones that hurt you the most, or the people or you might hurt them the most. But, it goes both ways. So what I'm going to share today you could be on look, I don't know if there's a receiving end or a giving end, but because there's always two sides to every story. There's always two perspectives from every, in life, there's always two perspectives, that black and white, that, light and dark, that two sides of the coin. There's always going to be two different perspectives, which sometimes you just can't agree on. And that's okay. But what I want to share with you today is how you can grow from it, how you can learn from it, how it can help you level up, how it can help you become a better human being, how it can help you see that, see that light in the soul, see that light in your heart and see it from a soul perspective as well as the human perspective, and how it can help you. Because I found for instance, with this argument that I had with Tom the other night, you know how some things just keep coming up and they keep you oh my God, we're going here again. Or you might start with an argument over something completely different and then it goes back to past things, or then it goes back to things that you've been frustrated about, or they've been frustrated about things that haven't changed. And sometimes it can hit a point where for you to move past this, for you to grow from this, from you to heal it and clear it and put it in the past and go, that's actually done. It's in the vault. It's not in the vault, buried deep down, but it's done. We've actually healed and moved past it. Sometimes it needs to come up a few times for you to learn the lesson, my friends. Sometimes it needs to keep resurfacing because you're just not getting the point. And it can be you or it can be them, but often it's both of you that both need to learn something in a situation. So it was a couple of nights ago, like had a fight over something. We're both very spirited people. We're both very, I guess you would say, we're both quite strong personalities. I'm more of I want to fix it like immediately. I don't like I'm a Libra. I don't like too much disharmony. I don't like too much conflict. I want to sort it. And Tom's a Taurus. He's stubborn. Like he can be really, really stubborn and we'll always kind of work it out. But he can not talk and sit with it. And I think it can be a man thing as well. We're all made differently. There's no right or wrong or better than or worse than. We all process things differently, right? And in this, sometimes I go, I just need to walk away, sit with it and not try and fix it all straight away and make it all better straight away. And I've learned, because I used to do that, and I've learned to go, okay, I need to sit with how I'm feeling and understand how I'm feeling, let myself feel the emotions, and then maybe reflect on it a little bit deeper. So anyway, we had this big fight. I'll go into a few things, but obviously not too personal because I got to respect him. I'm happy to openly share things with you from my perspective, but I'm also mindful of, because life involves other people, interactions, relationships, there's always other people involved, and I'm mindful of that. And I went to bed after this argument, and I went to bed and I was like, spirit guides, God, source, universe, please help me see what I need to learn in this situation. Please help me. What do I need to heal from this? What do I need to learn from this? Give me a dream, like give me something in my sleep. Anyway, go to bed, wake up, nothing. I know I had a dream, but I can't remember what it was. I'm like, oh my goodness, that didn't help me. Okay, fine, because sometimes I'll get a bit of guidance or clarity or answers in a dream. And I come and sat outside the next morning in my spiritual practices, and the first words after being frustrated that I never got an insight in my dream, I'm like, thanks for nothing. And then I got the words as I was kind of getting up, coming outside, making my raw cacao. He's a reflection of you. Everyone's a mirror. He's a reflection of what's going on in you. I went, okay, that's interesting. So I went outside. I decided to get a piece of paper because I didn't want to store this in my journal. I thought, I'm going to get a bit of paper, and this sounds really bad, but I'm going to write down everything that I was pissed off at him for. Everything in my eyes that he's done wrong, or everything that I was angry about, and I'm going to list it. And I'm not going to list it for the point of blaming. I'm not going to list it for the point of highlighting again all of his faults, because we all have faults. I've got mine too. I'm going to highlight it from the point of the thing that I'm mad at him for. I'm doing it myself in my own way. I'm doing it myself in some other way that I need to see this from a different perspective, and I need to imagine that's me. So basically I'm looking in a mirror. So what I'm angry about, I'm looking back at that mirror and I'm angry about it myself, or I'm feeling frustrated in myself. So I listed out all of the things that I got my journal here, so I'll share a couple of things just to give you an example, because sometimes I can hear something on a podcast or in a book, but I find examples really, really helpful, okay? So I wrote down in my separate bit of paper everything that I was angry about in him, with the intention to burn it and get rid of it, okay? So that's why I wrote it down on a separate bit of paper. Then I kind of wrote down in my journal, how to fight with Tom last night, wrote down a few things. And then I wrote down everything I'm frustrated at in him is me. I'm doing the same in my own way. So it's the same but different. I'm doing the same. And I wrote down, thank you for this argument and the realizations of what I need to work on in myself. And I'll take you through, I guess, three steps that have helped me in an argument is, first of all, you've got to feel the feels. You've got to feel the emotion. You've got to feel the frustration, because if you bury it deep down, it's just going to come up again, right? You have to feel how you need to feel and not be ashamed, not be embarrassed, not be guilty, not be embarrassed. I've said that, but just feel how you need to feel and let that energy move through you. Then ask yourself the question. So step number 2 is ask yourself the question. I guess see it as an opportunity for growth. See it as an opportunity to learn. See it as an opportunity for you to expand, for you to heal, for you to move forward. And that can be so hard when you're in the thick of an argument, is to go, how is there an opportunity in this? How is there a lesson in this? But I will ask myself, okay, if I don't learn from this, it's going to happen again. It's going to keep surfacing until I get the message, until I get the healing, until I get the growth. So I may as well do it now, right? So I may as well do it. And it still might come up again because I think I've got the lesson, but I haven't. So things might come up a few times. And trust me, a few of these things have come up a few times. So number 1 is feel the feels. Have the emotional intelligence to feel how you need to feel. That is so important because you need to feel that energy move through you. Number 2, see it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what is the lesson I need to hear in this? What is the experience that I need to learn from for me to grow? And girls, this can be the hardest thing, right? Because this makes us look at our stuff. This makes us be really raw, really vulnerable and go, actually, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I'm making mistakes. But I don't look at it as mistakes or faults or failure. I look at everything as a lesson and an experience. Like life's an experience, an experiment. So I go, what is the lesson that I need to learn in this? Like how can I improve? Instead of looking at the other person and what they're so-called perceived doing wrong, what am I doing wrong? How can I level up? How can I grow? How can I be a better version of myself for me? Yes, it's always going to help other people. It's going to help your relationship. It's going to help you be a better example to your kids. It's going to help, like for me, it's going to help me put a podcast episode out to help you guys. But how can it really help me? So don't be afraid to be a little bit selfish in that and go, how can I heal from this? How can I grow from this? How can I be a better version of myself? How can I level up from this? This comes from doing the inner work. So girls, this all forms part of doing the inner work. This is looking at our stuff. This is going within. This is having a spiritual life, is looking at ourselves instead of blaming everybody else. And that's a very hard, vulnerable, raw thing to do. And you may be sitting in an argument and not feel this for a few days because you're so pissed off at the other person on the other side. And it might take you a little bit of time to cool down, to calm down, to look at your stuff. That's okay. However long you need to feel that way, feel that way. But then I feel like you get it to a point where you go, I can sit there, I can stay there, I can keep blaming, or I can actually do something to grow from this, or to make a change from this, or to learn from this. That's how I look at life. Sometimes I go, I don't want to stay there. I can grow from this. So how? And how is to look at yourself, right? Is to look at yourself. So I just wanted to explain that. And then number 3 is take some action, like make some changes, take some action. And it could be like journaling, doing the spiritual tools like journaling. It could be that maybe you need to go, and I'll explain a few things that I did. Maybe you need to go to yoga and move through it. Maybe you need to dance. Maybe you need to shift this energy through your body. Maybe you need to go and do something to bring you joy. Maybe you need to go and make the apology. Like taking some action after you felt the emotion, you've seen it as an opportunity for growth and for healing, and then do some kind of action to help shift your energy, to help shift your state, to help improve the relationship. And the action could be walk away. Sometimes it could bring up a lot of things in you that you actually come to the realization that you need to leave a relationship or let go of a friendship. So there's a whole different course of actions, which I'm not going to go too much into today. But often when you get so connected to yourself and you go through a lot of these healing rituals, spiritual rituals, looking at lessons, the actions start to come and you start to get a little bit clearer on listening to what comes through. And that's why I find journaling helps. It's like when you journal, the guidance and the answers come through for you. So what happened is I wrote down that thank you for showing me this opportunity. Thank you for showing me. Sometimes it's like the contrast. It's like you need to see the dark to see the light. Let me just use dark and light as an example. It's like if you were playing, I heard this on a podcast the other day and it really sat and made sense to me. He said, you imagine going and telling your kid, go and play soccer but you've got no opponent. You've got no one, no goalie, you've got no one fighting against you. You just run and kick it in all the time. You know, you just kick the goal in all the time. And where's the fun in that? You're not growing in that. You're not getting better. You're not having any opportunity for interaction, for fun, for life experience, you know, like you. So sometimes I think there's these opportunities of the hard stuff, the arguments, the resistance, the darkness, because you can feel like an argument is that kind of dark feeling, or that sometimes you need the opposing energy to see the opportunity, to feel the light. Like, as much as we'd love to, there is no growth from running around the world being happy all day, every single day. When things aren't going your way, sometimes they're happening to show you like what you don't want, so you know what you do want. So the contrast is part of life's journey. The contrast is part of life's growth. The contrast is part of evolving and learning and having a human life experience. So looking at this as an opportunity, like I wrote in my journal, thank you for this argument. Thank you for the realizations of what I need to work on in myself. So I wrote down a few things. Like, there was a couple of things I said to him that I was frustrated. I'm like, you haven't changed this. Like, this is something that you haven't changed since we moved here, since he got hit by the truck last year, that's all that's in a previous episode. But these things haven't changed. Like, you know, and I was talking about, like, say, personal development, for an instance. He used to do a lot more personal development, spiritual development. And I felt that had, I just want to see him grow again. And he was in a really good place, or much better place. But life gets busy, right? And life gets busy, and we all know it. Sometimes we drop the personal development, we drop the spiritual development, we stop taking care of ourselves because we're trying to survive. And I know in my heart that I want to see people around me in thrival mode. So that was something that I kind of brought up in this argument. I'm like, you haven't changed this. So I wrote that down. I was pissed off at him because I feel like this hasn't changed. And then I thought, okay, what haven't I changed in myself since we moved here? And what haven't I shifted, or what am I still doing that I'm stuck in? And I wrote down all the things. So I looked at what I was angry at him for, and I wrote down all of the things that, hang on a sec, he's a reflection of me. He is like, I'm looking in the mirror. And some things he said to me were some hard truths that I didn't like, that I needed to hear. Like, he said to me, you know, a couple of things around, well, you haven't changed this since we moved here, and you know, you said you were going to do this and you haven't done that yet. I feel like, and I wrote down in my journal, that's right, I've gotten too comfortable. And I saw that as an opportunity. Of everything that I wrote down about him, I reversed it and went, okay, what is it about me that I'm doing the exact same thing? Girls, the revelation that come from that, it's like it just smacked me in the face, and I was like, thank you. I actually needed to hear that. I actually needed to have that argument with him, so I know where I need to grow. I know where I need to change, because there's certain areas in my life that I've got complacent in, I've got comfortable in. You know, and you know how sometimes you can have an argument with something and you feel like what they're doing is what you're lacking. For instance, you know, you might feel like you're not getting enough love and affection, you're not getting enough attention, you feel like you're taking each other for granted. So then I looked at that, and because I was angry about that, because sometimes you can feel like your ship's in the night at work, and you feel like, you know, there's not enough affection there, or there's not enough those nice things that you used to do for each other. It lacks at times. And I wrote down everything I was angry with, and I thought, okay, instead of me being angry at him for not giving that to me, how can I give that first? And it can be from a way of, how can I give it to myself? Like, how can you give yourself more love and affection? But also, how can I give it to him without expecting anything in return? How about I be the instigator, and how about I give him more love and affection and more kind words first? And if you haven't, there's like the most amazing book called The 5 Love Languages. If you haven't, read that book. It's a brilliant book. And my love language is words, definitely words, and mine is also physical touch. Tom's is acts of service. And so by understanding your partner's love language, you can understand how you can give to them in a way that fills them up in a way that helps them feel heard and seen and recognized and nourished and loved and cared for. And so I started to think, okay, how can I give to him more in his love language? How can I do more for him because he's acts of service? And how can I do more things to show him that I care? So thank you for this opportunity again. I'm writing down, thank you for this opportunity to see this in myself where I'm lacking and what I need to improve on. So then what I did is I wrote down all of those things I was angry about on a separate bit of paper. I then wrote in my journal that I want to keep all of the revelations by this mirror reflection that it showed to me. And I wrote down like, thank you for this. Where did I write it? I got a couple of pages here, girls. I wrote down quite a few pages, and I wrote down in my journal, this has all happened to me, for me, not to me. This has all happened for me to show me how and where I need to change, improve, and grow to reach my potential. This has made me have a look at where I need to do more work on myself, how I need to take more responsibility. And I wrote down at the very end, thank you. Okay, I've written a lot here. Thank you, Tom, for this fight. Thank you, universe, to show me, to mirror back to me my full potential and where I'm blaming and not stepping up in my own life. I love you. I want you. I always have. I always will. But I don't need you. Go back to a couple of episodes ago where I wrote that, where I shared that. I love you, I want you, but I don't need you. In terms of I need me. I need me to wake up. I need me to step up. I need me to make the change. Thank you. So I then took the piece of paper with all the things that I was angry about, and I thought, I'm not carrying this anymore. I get like a little cake tin, and you can do this wherever, but I'm conscious if there's a fire ban, so I kind of do it on my lap and I burn it. And as I'm burning it, I'm lighting it up. I'm thinking, I'm letting this go. I'm releasing this. I don't want to carry this anymore. Thank you for the opportunity for seeing in me what I need to heal and grow. And I'm releasing him. I'm releasing me from carrying this stress, this tension, this energy, this emotion. I'm letting it go. I'm healing from this. I'm growing from this. I'm sending him love. As I'm burning it all I'm doing is sending him love. Sending him feeling of forgiveness, forgiving me, forgiving him, like this feeling of forgiveness, this feeling of light and love and kindness and compassion is pouring through with me. And I was crying, I'm done with this. I'm crying, I'm burning it all. And my eyes were sore because I was crying the night before. And I was upset again in the morning. And I'm like, this is good. Tears are good because they're a way to shift energy out of your body. And I took the paper and I come down to the sand, and Kira had a swim. I brought Kira down for a swim, and I threw, I didn't have time for a swim because I knew that I had to go out. It was early in the morning and I had to go out. So I got my feet grounded. I tipped the ashes in the water. I watched it float away and went like, this is being released from me. I'm not carrying this anymore. God, universe, source, please take this away from me. And water is healing, like salt water is healing. It's cleansing. So I got the salt water and I just bent over, I rolled my tights up and I bent over and I just used the water and just splashed it on my face. Sometimes I will go for a swim. I didn't have time for that today. So I got the salt water and I just splashed it all over my face. Like I could feel it stinging a little bit. I had my eyes open so I could feel it like healing my eyes, helping it release. And in that moment, I just felt free. I felt like I released this stuff that I'd been carrying for a while. And there was no coincidence that this all come up just before I'm about to go to Bali. And something that I have noticed is we often have a fight before I'm about to go to Bali or before I'm about to go away. And this has been a little bit of a pattern playing out that I've just noticed from the last couple of years. And what I feel is, so I've asked the question, like, why does this happen? And I know when I'm about to embark on a transformational event like Bali. So I go as a leader to give to all of you guys, as I've said in many podcasts, but I also receive when I go. I also, being in that energy of the most spiritual place in the world, going to these spiritual cleansing in the waterfalls, going to pyramids of chi, eating the nourishing food, stepping away from everything for a week. Like, yes, I'm working, but I'm still having massages. I'm still doing these amazing things. And when again, my girls in the retreat are a mirror reflection back to me as I are for them. So when things come up in them, things come up in me. They always come up in me when I go to Bali. I always have shifts. I always have revelations. I always find an opportunity for healing and growth every single trip. And I know for me that it's like, you know how you have that human part of us, the earthy angel, you have that human part of us, your thinking mind, your logic, your rationale, then you have the heart and soul part of us. And sometimes your mind can't comprehend the heart and soul. I know that we argue or we have a disagreement. We always make up before we go, so don't worry. But I know it comes up to show in me, like everything that I've shared with you now, everything that I have shared with you now is a healing opportunity for me. So when I go on retreat, I'm going to heal it even further. I thank this opportunity to come up to go, thank you, because this is coming up in me, because it's something I need to shift. It's something I need to grow from. And I need to close that door behind me for me to level up and for me to open a new door. Out with the old, in with the new. And I know when I go to Bali, a lot of new comes in. A lot of healing takes place. A lot of transformation takes place. A lot of old things that have kept me stuck, I let go of. It's like it's final when I go there. And I let go of it, and it's not coming back on the plane with me. Like, that's how I feel. And I know at a soul level, his soul knows that. His soul knows that when I go, I grow. And if you're with somebody, and this can happen with parents, with kids, with friends, with loved ones, with your lover, like this can happen with people around you. When one person grows, you could be, let's just say, the grow-y or the I don't know, what are the words? You could be the person doing the growing, or you can be the person that's staying stagnant, right? And it happens to both of you. There's times Tom grows, and I feel the shift, and I stay stagnant. There's times I grow, and he feels the shift. So he knows at a soul level, his soul knows, and my soul knows, when I go to Bali, babe, I'm leveling up, I am shifting, I am growing, I'm not coming back the same woman. And it scares people, right? It scares people. People feel like they're going to get left behind. People feel, what about me? And their instant defense is, what about me? Or their instant fear is, what about me? Am I going to get left behind when this person grows? So sometimes that can come out in the form of an argument. Sometimes that can come out in the form of distance, where people distance themselves from you or shut you out or cold stonewall you or completely. Sometimes that can come out in the fear of, the feeling of anxiety or fear, or it can come out in so many human emotions, but at a soul level, the souls know that there's growth about to happen. Like, I've even had women come on retreats, and I see this all the time. And you can be the person that does this, or you can be on the receiving end. When sometimes people will say to you, yeah, go to Bali. Like, I give you full permission, like, go to Bali. But the partner, as it gets closer, can feel the fear of, what if she becomes stronger than me? What if she grows? And then getting closer to retreat, I've seen this happen in people where the partner they might not say to you, don't go, but they may guilt you into a way of not going. Like, oh, what about this? How am I going to cope with this? Or I might turn to substances while I'm away. I've seen this happen right at the very last minute, close to getting to the airport. The partner's kind of said, well, I don't know how I'm going to cope when you go away, so I'm going to turn to substances to help me cope. And it's put the woman in such a state of, I can't leave, I feel guilty, I feel bad. And I've seen her break through. I've seen women go, no, I need this for me, and come back, and their relationship is better than ever. It's like a test. You know how you can get a little bit tested, because the other person feels that they sit in this fear, or the fear of they're going to get left behind. The gap is going to get bigger. So I know that I've had to look at that and ask the question, why is it when I'm about to go to Bali? And you can find it in simple things. When you go to class, if you've got a partner that doesn't work out, that doesn't do anything for themselves, they might make you, not purposely, but guilt you into a little bit of feeling bad. For you go to a class, you get stronger, you might meet new people, you might meet new friends. What about me, who's here doing nothing? The gap can get bigger. So when you can go and do these things for yourself, and it can encourage the person. So look at that person with love, look at that person, give them reassurance, and I don't have to do that now. He knows. We both know that I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm going to be a happier mom. I'm going to be a happier person. I'm not going to leave you behind. So give them that love, give them that reassurance. Or sometimes the gap can get big because it actually needs to break away. And that's something only you know. That's something only your soul knows. But that's something that I have noticed is whenever I'm about to embark on a journey to level up and shift and grow, the other person can feel a little bit of fear, and it can come out in a fight, like not intentionally. And it can also come out from sadness. Like, I know he misses me when I go, and I know I miss him, but I know when I come back that it is amazing. Everything just got so much more, like our affection, our love, our kindness towards one another, because absence makes the heart grow fonder, and having that bit of time and space for yourself makes you miss the other person and appreciate the other person, because it's so easy to take one another for granted. So whether it's, you going on a retreat, whether it's you going away for a day, or whether it's you going, I actually just need to do something by myself. I'm going to a bathhouse, or I'm going to go and do something by myself. Reassuring that person that it's okay, I still love you, I'm still here for you. You go and do your thing, right? You go and do that thing that helps you feel better, that fills your cup up. Encourage them to do the same. And so I hope that kind of helps give that little bit of understanding. But that's something that I notice, and you might notice if you're about to start a spiritual journey. Conflict might come up in your household, or disruption, or conflict might come up with your friends around you. You might have arguments will suddenly come up, and you're like, where the hell did that come from? Because this argument that we had seriously come over something so little, but then exploded into something. You know how you just bring up all past things, we were both doing it, but that's okay. It's coming up because it's things that we're both sitting with that we haven't resolved yet. So look at it as an opportunity for growth. Look at it as an opportunity for learning, and look at it as an opportunity for expansion for your soul. So that's what I did. Then after I went to the water, released, let go, looked at it with everything that I said, through new eyes, through opportunity, I decided to pull a card. So I come back up to the house and I pulled this card. I love this deck. It's called Archangel Power Tarot Cards by Radleigh, Radleigh Valentine. And they're those quick little cards. You know, those little cards that you can just kind of read the message on the card, and the books aren't really heavy. And I pulled this card, Three of Michael. And the card says, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. You can't make this up, babe. Like, you just cannot make this up. You have a big fight and you pull this card about releasing the past. You're going to grow from this situation. I'm telling you, these cards are amazing. It says in the card, you will grow from the situation. When challenging events occur, it's important to take time to heal. You do not have to do it alone. Ask your angels, guides, or human friends for assistance, which is what I did. I said to my spirit guide, or I said to my God, source, universe, please help me see in this situation what I need to learn and heal and grow from. Ask for help, and it's amazing. Then I got that message in the morning when I woke up. He's a reflection of you. What do you need to fix in yourself? That was like what come through. So I was like, okay, thank you. I needed to hear that. So ask your guides, ask your angels for assistance. Forgive everyone involved, including yourself, for actions or choices you may see as being unkind or in error. Time truly does heal all wounds. I gave myself time and space to sit in what I needed to sit with, to feel the emotional feels, that time. And then after I found, like, we got everything off our chest, said what we needed to say, when I do energy healing on myself, which is a lot of things I shared, the energy healing happens for the person as well. So when you heal yourself, it heals people around you. So it's not a selfish thing to do to heal yourself, or to like go to classes, go to yoga, do the meditation, go and ground, all of the things that I share with you, journal. It's going to help the healing of all involved. So just trust in that. Ask your angels and guides to help you see the reason for this situation in your life, which I shared with you before. A new perspective could allow you to view things in a different light. Oh my gosh, it did. Know that you'll become a stronger person over time because of this challenge. You are stronger because of challenges. You are stronger because of situations that help you level up and help you heal, help you grow, help you expand in confidence, help you expand in self-worth, help you expand on your journey. They are going to help you, girls. The next card I pulled, 4 of Michael, take a break. It says on the card, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So then I read the card and it said, it's time to take a break. The situation you find yourself in will not benefit from more action on your part at this moment. Step back, let it go. It would probably be best not to even think about it for a little while. Resist the urge to challenge those who disagree with you. And that is exactly how I felt. There's so much more I wanted to say. I even wanted to go back to him afterwards and go, do you know what? I'd share with him what I shared with you, and I told him a little snippet, but that ego part of you, that righteousness part of you wants to go back and go, hey babe, I saw our fight as an opportunity. I wrote down everything that I was angry with you about, and then I saw it as an opportunity to look at it as myself as a mirror and look at what I needed to heal in myself. And like this card says, resist the urge to challenge those who disagree with you. Resist the urge to go back and tell them how maybe you were right. Let it be. Sometimes just let it go and do the healing inner work in yourself, because you don't have to have the last say. You don't have to have you don't have to challenge everything. And when you see it as an opportunity to look at yourself and shift your perspective, it really allows you to go, it's not important that I get the last word. It's not important that I'm seen as being right. What's important is I learned to look at my own stuff from this. And then the card said, the key to a successful solution is likely to arise from meditation or the unexpected epiphanies that come from maybe a quiet walk, maybe a bit more sleep, the time necessary you need for full recovery. And that's what happened. When I had a good night's sleep, I gave myself the time to walk away. I didn't go for a walk at this stage, but I gave myself to sit out in silence with my raw cacao, watch the sunrise, and I gave myself that little bit of time and space to heal. I come down and grounded my feet in the earth. I took that time to work through it and let go of what I was carrying, let go and forgive myself and forgive him, and look at it as an opportunity and say, thank you, universe. Thank you for helping me see the light through this dark time. And so that card was really, really helpful, both of those cards. And then I went yesterday to the bathhouse with the girls, which was even a more amazing experience, just to really come back feeling restored, feeling nourished, feeling like I filled my cup up, because energetic work can be draining. You might feel after you've had times where you've had an argument or stuff's going on energetically, you'd sit in the journaling, you sit in the grounding, you sit in all the things, you might feel tired, you might feel crying makes you tired, you might feel like your reserves have been depleted. Give yourself just a little bit. Maybe you need a morning off from the gym. Maybe you need a bit more sleep. Maybe you need to get to bed early. Maybe you need a nice shower or a nice bath to cleanse your, like to give yourself a nice scrub, some nice soul self-care, things that do to make you feel good. Maybe you need to take a little bit of break, and it's going to help you replenish your energy stores. And then this morning, I'll just share with you these last two, something really important in this card that I pulled this morning. It said, you're being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotion will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. It's in times of this when you can feel, when you have an argument, you might feel like shit. You might feel betrayed, you might feel hurt, you might feel less than, you might feel small, you might feel not heard, not seen. When you look at this from a different perspective of everything that I've shared in this episode, it helps you realize your own worth. It helps you grow in confidence. It helps you see how this is an opportunity for me. I'm not being kept small anymore. I'm leveling up from this. I'm rising from this. And no matter how unlikely it may seem, this card says you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. Then on the next page, this is important. It says, when we are in our heart, we will clearly see and sense such guidance and take comfort in it rather than fight against it. As we let ourselves go, as we let go of our defense systems, put your guard down. Let go of that defense with that person you've argued with, disabling fear and guilt from running our lives, and instead deal with them as an occasional interlopers that need to be cleared and healed. We stop fearing we stop fearing, we will never have what we genuinely want and need. We realize we're loved, we realize how to love, and that we're naturally, innately beings of love. And there was something else. It says in here that it helps the mind and body play nicely with each other, supporting each other rather than opposing each other, and leaving you feeling bad, tired, unhappy, or even angry or rebellious. The heart will always provide a clear pathway to transcend resolution where all is working for a higher purpose. So know that this is going to transcend you from a situation. Know that this is going to heal you from a situation. Know that this is going to help you trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, trust in your guidance. Just trust that this is happening for you, not to you. This is an opportunity. And when you start to see arguments or fights or disagreements as a way of healing, as a way of growing, and as a way of, like I said, it could be that you need to break free of that relationship. And the lesson keeps playing out time and time again until you see the lesson, until you grow from it, until you take the action from it. You're going to stay stuck and it's going to keep repeating. And so it's important to ask yourself, do I want to keep replaying these feelings over and over again? How can I make some changes in my life? How can I see this as an opportunity for me to really shift and transform and clear out with the old? Like I said, I'm about to go to Bali on retreat. And I always feel like one door closes before a new door's open. So how can you see this as an opportunity? Out with the old, in with the new, to no longer feel this way, to grow in your relationship, in your love, in your appreciation, in your acceptance for that other person, accepting them, because it's easy to look at everybody else's faults, and it's easy to, sometimes we just need to accept them for who they are and love on them for who they are and understand we're all on our own soul journey. If you feel like you're on a bit of a spiritual path and people around you aren't, that's okay. Send them light, send them love, but don't let them stop you. Don't let them, and they might not do it intentionally. You might stop yourself from guilt, fear of what if I leave people behind? What if I see people when they're about to start classes, or when they're about to go on a retreat, or they're about to start doing something new for themselves or go on a spiritual journey. Sometimes they block themselves because they fear the person that they have the potential to be. What if people get left behind? What if I'm so comfortable in this comfort zone with all these people around me and people I'm safe with and people I know? What if I grow and leave some of that comfort behind? And that can stop you. The fear can stop you from amazing opportunities in your life, girls. The fear can stop you from reaching your full potential. The fear can stop you from showing you how powerful you actually really are. So when these opportunities come up, they're here to teach you something. They're here to help you step into your power. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay stuck in the repetitive arguments? Are you going to stay stuck in the fear? Are you going to stay stuck in the guilt or the shame or feeling like you're not enough? Are you going to stay stuck in the frustration and blame everybody else? Or are you going to rise up and look at your own stuff? Are you going to be uncomfortable? You've got to be uncomfortable for a period. Fights are uncomfortable. Journaling about yourself is uncomfortable. Looking at your stuff is uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, when you get on the other side, it is so much brighter, it is so much more rewarding, and it becomes so much more comfortable. Get uncomfortable now to feel comfortable later, to feel the abundance later, to bring in your life what you want later. Or stay in this comfort zone, stay in the comfort of, I'm just doing the same things, but know that nothing's going to change. That's uncomfortable as far as I'm concerned. Knowing that in 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, you can stay in the same place, feeling the same things and not growing. That is more uncomfortable, and you are going to regret that so much more than getting a little bit uncomfortable now, knowing that you are going to step into your power, you're going to step into your potential, you're going to have more of what you want in your life by facing some of the hard, difficult, challenging arguments, situations, circumstances. When you face it, you work through it, as I've just shared with you in this episode, so much more waits for you on the other side. You're going to rise up. People around you are going to rise up. So know that by you doing the inner work, by you doing the healing work, by you showing up for yourself, it is going to help everybody else around you. Sometimes it could be setting people free or setting yourself free, or sometimes it can just be you be the example and you just go on doing your work, not about being right, not about living in that ego of I'm better than, I'm doing work on me, why aren't you doing work on you? You don't have to say anything. You just show up in silence, do the work on yourself, and know that it's going to have a ripple effect out to all of those that you love, and know that it's going to give you more abundance, it's going to give you more opportunities, it's going to bring more love into your life, and you are going to feel so much more confident. You're going to learn to love on yourself a lot more. You're going to learn to accept yourself so much more when you take the courage to look at the lens of the mirror. Look in the lens of these persons, this person, these people, these opportunities are a mirror reflection of me. How can I see this as an opportunity for me to love on myself more, to grow and to expand and live my most fulfilling life? I hope that helps, angels. I hope that helps give you more clarity, more ideas, some tools that you can do, but just shift your perspective when you're so mad at someone and how you can really turn it around and be a lot more happier and a lot more peace in your heart. And that is the goal, my friends, that peace and love and compassion in your heart for you and for everybody else involved. Sending you so much light and love, angels. Mwah. Have the most beautiful day, and I will chat with you soon, my friends. Bye.